Hello, back on another camp. It's still pretty cold in England, especially here. It's going to get down to 0 -1 today, so we're back out with the hot tent and Hazel.
Hello.
So yeah, back out with the hot tent because I was too cold for both of us. And it's not like we're kind of wild camping up a mountain or anything. Might as well have a bit of comfort. So yeah, we got here and I'm a bit worried about daylight, so we kind of got set up already a bit. I've still got the tent up, got the log burner, and the chimney's all set up. Bed frames are made, but I've not blown up the mattresses or anything yet. I'm going to do a proper bit of a review on the flex-tail mat that I've got, and the mini pump. I can't remember what the name of it is, but there was the tiny mini pump to go with it. I'll do a bit of a review on that as well. For now, it's pretty cold and I'm pretty thirsty, so I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I've got my little alcohol stove, which I'm gonna make a brew on. If I can find a lighter. I've got gas and that with me, but I need to get used to cooking on alcohol stoves. There we go. So that'll take a minute or two, or a few minutes, but that'll be my brew. Have it. Let that brew for a minute. Grumpy.
Huh?
And then I'll try and put this out without burning myself on the pegs. There we go. Cool. Nice cup of tea, warm me up, and then we can finish getting sorted. We've got to make the mattresses up and whatnot. I've got a whole load of wood to chop. I bought quite a bit with me. I might try and get some from here as well. I've got them slow burning night log things again for the log burner overnight. Keeps warm. The steam from this cup of tea already. Yeah, so be nice and toasty.
Welcome to camp. Dad's gonna light a fire now. Oh, I'll put a leaf on. There you go.
Right, we're just kind of chilling by the fire, warming up a little bit. It's pretty cold. Not too bad yet, but still pretty cold, so warm up. Just go chill, like I say, chill for a little bit, half hour or so, and then start thinking about doing some dinner. Hazel's just doing her colouring. Yeah, job done really. Dinner we're gonna do meatball subs, so that'll be alright. I bought some meatballs and some sauce and some baguettes and everything, so we're gonna try and do some meatball subs for dinner tonight. And then breakfast in the morning, we got Hazel's favourite bacon, sausage and eggs, which she's most excited about. Yeah, nice, chill, easy one again. Not really too difficult. I need to go and find some more wood, but that's about it really. Nice and easy. I was thinking, I know obviously I haven't got a lot of subscribers and people commenting and whatnot, but obviously if people got questions about camping, kind of the gear I use, you know, stuff like that, just leave them in the comments. And, you know, I can kind of answer as much as I can. I'm still learning. Just trying to warm my feet up as well. I'm still learn as I go along. Usually forget something every time, but you know, been doing this nearly a year now, coming camping fairly regularly, so if I can help, I will. So yeah, just drop some comments, let me know. I'm gonna go chill, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to start cooking. I've got some the Hex, I think. They're beef and butter meatballs, so I reckon they're going to be pretty damn juicy. And then just cheapy old bolognese jar, and then some of these, you know, one of them mini baguette things from Tesco's. I'm just going to cook on the log burner because I've got that going to keep us warm. Bless you.
Thank you.
You can open up this top plate here so you can expose the flame and cook quicker, but it's such a faff cleaning the pans and things. I just tend to not to bother. So, yeah, just need to chop up some wood to slap on there to keep the heat up. You shouldn't, but I just use the back of my axe and a little knife. I don't think you're gonna see. So just knife down. Make sure obviously I'm away from the blade of the axe. I don't want to go and whack myself on the head. Because I could chuck one of these big logs in and it'd burn, but it'd give off a lot of heat for not a lot of time. Whereas if I add bits like this, it can kind of just chug away slowly at a heat that I want to be able to cook on, sort of thing. I was saying to Hazel, normally I've got a plate either side of the log burner, but because the ground's so soft, the pole from the tent was actually sinking, and quite a bit as well. Obviously, once the tension was in the tent, it was pulling everything in, and the pole was just going. So I've had to put the other one of these grates under the pole, as you can see, just to kind of spread out the weight a bit. And it's probably going to bend it, but at least the pole won't be sinking and the tent won't collapse in on us. Not ideal. It has got a hook on the outside of this tent, so you can do a tripod, but I haven't done that yet. One day, probably when it's a bit drier. These meatballs are sizzling away, I don't know if you can. They're getting there. They're very fatty. But they are cooking quite nicely. I think I am going to miss the hot tent when spring and summer come. It's been nice, kind of having heating. When we go to campsites that have got electric hookups, I do have like a little fan heater thing that I take with me. But this is much cozier. There's something about being cold outside and hot inside, while camping and whatnot. It's just, I don't know. It's quite nice. I'm hoping definitely next winter to do some proper winter mountain camps. I want to buy, the tent I want to buy is the Hillyberg Solo, but I mean it's £1,000, which is a lot of money for a tent, especially since it's a one-man tent. But then I need to look at options for 2-man, so Hazel can come, or maybe 3-man, so we've got space, but so Hazel can come with me as well, if she wants to do them sort of camps. Obviously, it's going to be a lot different with Hazel. I won't obviously be doing it on a summit, closer to the car sort of thing, but she wants to give it a go. It might be a case of hiking to the summit, coming back to the car, getting the stuff, and then finding a spot fairly near the car. But I definitely want to do some summit snowy camps next year. Once I've got all the right equipment, there'll definitely be some wild camps coming up soon though. Might even be one next video. I'm toying with it. There's supposed to be a storm coming in on Thursday. Thunderstorm, according to the weather. Now obviously long-term weather forecasts like that, never really kind of accurate, but I may pack up and go and do a camp if it is. Just for the experience. I've not camped like that, so I want to do a camp like that, and I'm sure it'll be entertaining to watch. Not you. You'll be at school. Anytime I mention camping, Hayes like, are we going? When are we going? Oh, I'll go. Right, meatballs are all done. So I've just plunked them in a saucepan. I've left the frying pan on the ground over there. I'll sort the fat out in a minute. Get some of this sauce in there. Don't want it too saucy. It's not like we're doing a bolognese. Just enough to kind of coat them. Put that on the heat just to warm the sauce through. Right, bought a little bit of cheese from home. I haven't got a grater though, so I'm just going to kind of try and finely slice it up. Cheese and toasted, that's what they're saying it. This is probably going to end up going absolutely everywhere. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Subway make it look easy. Probably because they're not trying to do it in a hot tent, in the woods, with a fork. Yeah. And that doesn't look too bad at all. Hazel approved. She said it's pretty damn good. Get this fire going again, because it's chilly. There we go. Yummy? Mm-hmm. Hazel bought her a little knife for Christmas. We've got the same. I've got the bigger one, she's got the small one, obviously. So I'm just gonna subway it and cut it in half. Right, let's get stuck in and make a mess. Can't even get my mouth around it. It's going to be very messy. They're nice meatballs. So, I just spent 5 minutes yapping to the camera and then looked and I wasn't even bloody recording. Typical. I was saying, we put a tarp up because I don't know what the weather's going to do. It might end up pissing it down. And I don't want to get the chairs and things wet, so if nothing else, I can kind of tuck everything under. I've done it slightly differently to what I normally do. Normally I kind of just do an A-frame or something. I'll show properly tomorrow morning when it's daylight, but it's kind of a hut with some sides, and there's probably proper names for these configurations, but I haven't got a clue. And like I said, I'll show you in the morning if you do know what it's called. If it has got a proper name, and you know what it's called, let me know in the comments, because I need to learn all this stuff really. I don't know. I'm still at a stage where I'm having to watch YouTube videos to put bloody tarps up properly, because I don't know how to do all the knots off the top of my head. Paul, you nearly finished? Blimey. So, just had yummy cream egg for dessert. Hazel's nicked one of mine as well. And she's got a bag of popcorn to munch now. Just loving life.
Oh, yummy.
No, I don't like popcorn.
Oh.
Can't stand the stuff. Alright, so we're just going to sit and chill. Nothing really to rush on with now. Do some hot chocolates in a bit. What?
I really lost that bit on the ground.
Yeah, we'll do some hot chocolates in a bit. And yeah, I mean, it's still pretty early. 7:30. So we'll just sit and chill and natter, and I'm sure she'll want to do some colouring again. And we have got a game to play, which I'll show you when we do that. We'll play out here, I think, if we don't run out of wood. So yeah, check back in a bit. It's not the best, it's completely wet through, but it'll burn slowly. Right, you can see the difference between, you know, the dry stuff and wet. So that's been sat on the ground for quite a while. So all the moisture's got inside, it's just absorbed all the water. And obviously woodworm and rotting in places. So it will burn. Right. But I've got to kind of probably go half and half, so dry wood with some wet wood. Keep the fire going and keep it hot whilst drying out this stuff to burn it, sort of thing. It's a bit of a pain, but it's what it is. You know, I could have brought 3, 4, 5 bags of wood with me and we probably would have got through it. But it's expensive quick. You know, they're not... burning wood isn't cheap. Unless you've got an abundance of it here like this. In the summer, this will be fine. That would have dried through and, you know, that'll burn quite nicely. But it ain't summer. That's all right, it is going, it's pumping out some heat and we're fairly warm. So we're just going to chill out here. As you can see, she's doing some colouring. Concentration on her face. So I'm just going to chill, play some games on my phone and job done. Happy days. So I ended up putting some of the wood around the side of the fire. It was stacked quite a bit higher, just to dry it out. And it seems to work pretty well, actually. Just kind of dried it all out. You can see that the steam escaping from this bit. So it's drying out around the edge. Look, over there, look. And then as it's burning away in the middle, I'm just kind of topping it up because I'm running out of dry wood, but I'm also running out of wet wood now, so done all right, and it's keeping us nice and warm. Right, so I've got the Flextail mattress and the Flextail pumps. This one I've been using for quite a while. It's great. It's a little lantern as well. Kind of ideal for backpacking or whatever. Obviously pump everything up and then just hang it up and job done. When I ordered this mat, I also got their other pump, which is tiny. It's got a little rechargeable battery in it, one of these doodads, but it has got a USB-C slot on the battery, so you can actually recharge it up. You don't need to keep buying replacement batteries and carrying spare batteries around with you. I don't think it's as powerful as this one, but you know, it's really small. I think they weigh about the same. Maybe the 2X kind of weighs a little bit more, but not a lot. Definitely not enough to kind of worry about backpacking. So yeah, I've got this mat as well. This is the mummy mat. They do a mummy and then like a normal sort of shaped one. And it packs down pretty nicely. It is rated, what is it? It's got an R5, or R value of 5. So it should, in theory, keep you pretty toasty wherever you are. I've only really used it here, so I can't really comment too much on that. I'm not going to tell you to go and hike up a mountain with it, that's for sure. But I have seen other users. I think Good Bloke Outdoors actually uses it. mat? I can't remember. Got to be careful, don't get it on the stove. I haven't got the attachment for this one with me, so I'm gonna have to use the old one. That's all right. Always give it a couple of extra little puffs once the pump's done. Just to get that extra little bit of pressure in there. So there you have it. Obviously, like I said, it's mummy shape. Everyone's got different preferences with that. Inside there's a whole load of insulation on it as well, so yes, it's an air mattress and you wouldn't think that would kind of keep you warm, but there's quite a bit of insulation in there, so it does do a pretty good job of it. So yeah, there's that. I've got the flex tail pillow as well, which is quite nice, and that packs down tiny. That's just the bag for it. It's pretty small. It's a very comfortable pillow. It's not just like plastic on you, it's got like a sort of sheet on it, so it's a bit more comfortable to lay on. The only qualm I have with it, it is comfortable to sleep on. It's angled as well to kind of prop your head right. My only qualm with it is this. They've added this strap so you can put it around your mat, but I would say it's probably an inch too short. It kind of just comes undone. It pings open, so it ends up slipping off anyway, which is quite annoying. And annoyingly, it does that on the flex tail mat. It's not like I'm using it with a different mat. You'd think that a flex tail pillow would work with a flex tail mat, but never mind. Right, me and Hazel are going to play a game, and then we're going to make some Horlicks. Picked up this game the other day. It's like a cross between Buckaroo and Jenga. It's called Burger Balance, and it's quite a fun little game. It's all about balancing bits of burger, which is going to be great fun because nothing's level here, so it's going to be a bit wobbly. And we've got a roll of dice as well, so don't know how we'll do that, but we'll give it a go. So you start with your bottle of ketchup, and we decide how many pieces we're going to stack up before we put the top on, and then once the top's on, each turn we have to go outwards and balance it. Whoever knocks it over loses. So yeah, that'll be interesting. See how that goes. Right, Hazel, how many pieces up?
5.
5. Oh, that's a tough one. Right, I've got lettuce first.
That was...
And you've got a burger.
Yeah.
Right, hang on, before we get too carried away, let's move it over your way a little bit more. Cheese. 3. This is going to be really hard with 5. Tomato.
I love tomato.
Cheese again.
Double cheese.
So now, because there's a big 5, we're done. There's our burger. And
Small.
now we've got to go outwards.
Oh no.
Well, you only picked 5. You should have picked a bigger number.
I wanted 5 because it's cheese.
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
Cheese. I can't put it anywhere. Ah, 5's not. It needs to be a bigger number.
10.
10. There you go. So we're gonna play this for a little while and make some drinks and head off to bed. Morning. We got up about 10 minutes ago. Such a cozy night's sleep. Managed to keep the log burner just simmering over. I've got them slow burning kind of night log things. So it kind of simmering all night pretty much. There's some embers in it this morning when I woke up to kind of get it going again, which was quite nice. Didn't need to try and scramble to find a firelighter or anything. Good night's sleep. It's quite toasty in here. Yeah. Colouring in already. Yeah, so the burner's going. I've got some water on top for a brew. Got to start trying to pack away slowly whilst doing breakfast and everything. I've got to be out of it fairly early because I'm going out this morning, so lots to pack away. And it's already 8:15. So, got to crack on. We just made the executive decision that we're actually not hungry. So we're going to have our breakfast stuff for lunch when we get home. So, yeah, got stuff to pack away. Quickly, I mentioned last night with my tarp. I've got my tarp set up, but now it's daylight. I can show you a bit. So kind of a bit of a normal lean-to. You can see, but fairy lights. Got the fairy lights to make it all pretty for Hazel. Yeah, normal sort of lean-to, but the sides are kind of left in, and I've pegged it out at the back, kind of in the middle, along the middle line. So I just had a bit of a shelter. So we just had a bit of a kind of size to it and stopped some of the wind. This worked out better than how I had it the other day with Jamie. When I was up here with Jamie, obviously we put the tarp up and brought the fire kind of under a bit, but it was still pretty chilly, whereas this kind of retained some of the heat under the tarp, so there's probably better ways to do it. I'm still learning. Tarp and campfire and whatnot. And then tent right here. And Hazel poking her head out. And then inside, it's a bit of a mess, but so I slept this side so I can stoke the burner and whatnot, and then Hazel was this side. And I make her sleep with her head this end, so she's not trying to crawl past the log burner to get into bed, sort of thing. So we're all packed up. The only thing really you can see is where the bed frame's sunk into the ground. Yeah, nice toasty camp. It was cold outside, lovely and warm in the tent even this morning. The thermometer said it was 24 in the tent this morning, so just a big dry bit and flattened bit from where we were sat. We're going to try and come out again next week. Like I said earlier on in the video, there's supposedly going to be a storm on Thursday, so I might try a wild camp somewhere in a storm, maybe with a bivvy bag and whatnot. We'll see. So yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions about camping or anything like that, hit me up in the comments. I'll try and answer what I can. If there's anything you want to kind of see me attempt to do, let us know. Other than that, please kind of like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Please like and subscribe. See you next time.